back, friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellow7 Gaming, and today we're going to be playing a little Battletech. Specifically, we're going to be playing some Battletech Extended 3025, the Commander's Edition from Hare. Now, it's been a little while since we played Battletech. My Twitch stream channel, which I almost never use anymore, had what success it had built on Battletech. The Battletech community at large is a spectacular Battletech community on Twitch. If Battletech is your jam, and if you're watching my channel, it probably is, I highly recommend going to Twitch and watching some of the spectacular Battletech streamers that are out there. If you got some questions of people to follow, you know, just ask. Just ask. I was watching a little Chronic Toast, who was one of my early followers, and now has his own channel. In fact, he just started a Battletech Twitch stream recently. The video for it just hit YouTube, so you can do a search on YouTube for Chronic Toast if you like. The host with the most, if you will. But that's why we're going to play this mod over the others. Not to say that I have a problem with anybody else. I think my personal mods are even in Rogue Tech at some point. I don't know if they still are. I haven't kept up with it. But the people involved in Rogue Tech have also been very nice to me. We're on the channel as well a number of times. Zero problems with them, but we're going to stick with Hare's Battletech Extended 3025 for this playthrough. If you're interested, well, there's a lot about it, but it's essentially a very lore-friendly game that doesn't change a lot of the actual vanilla mechanics. It's more about the setting and less about changing the gameplay, whereas Rogue Tech is more about changing some major gameplay changes. I like the vanilla gameplay. I don't have a problem with it. This is going to allow you to fine-tune that a little bit, and it's going to let you pick the year you want. And there's been some spectacular stuff that's in there. If you're looking for a little bit more, this is probably a slightly older video. Go check out my buddy Doyle here. I did a lot of co-op stuff with Doyle on Twitch as well. He's legitimately good people. Go check out Doyle. Click on this if you're trying to figure it out. We're on nexusmods.com. This one happens to be mod 387, so Battletech/mods 387. But if you go to Nexus Mods and you just search for Battletech Extended, it will bring you here. And you can see here we can start 3025 to 3057. That's going to bring up some lore options for the keen-eyed among you. Clans invade, as per lore. We've got mech quirks, pilot quirks, panic system. The tables are implemented so that mech rarity is going to go where it goes. If the Curitans run mechs extensively within their military, you're more likely to see that mech in Curita space. Essentially where we're going from. So they say they've moved the difficulty away from the start, more to in-game. I'll be the judge of that. I will tell you that the in-game can be very difficult in this game. The start generally depends on my own ability to play, and it's difficult to move my lack of ability away from the start. Higher skill ceiling, rebalanced weapons, all this sort of stuff. So there's a lot going on here. You can see tons of mechs. Faction houses are more distinct. It's to do with using the tables and stuff for that as well. And you can see you can click on some of that if you like. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. And in fact, if we go here and we take a look at, I think it's posts, there's a recent update post here. And you can see they are actively updating this. This was the 10th of June. And you look at this. I mean, this is the stuff that has been happening, right? They've been updating. So we've got a lot going on here. So if you're interested in more of that, like I said, I'm not going to go over the specifics of it. You can do that by going here to Battletech Extended. We're running a couple other mods. Community, let's see, if we go to mods, where is not my mods, although one of my mods is in here. Not recent activity. I thought there was a way, download history. Is that what I want? This might get us where I want. Okay, so this is what we're running right here. So we have started with, we're starting right here actually. So we don't have a lot of stuff going on. We've got the community asset bundle. This is essentially all of the actual mechs and things like that many of these mods are based on. Battletech Extended is no different. So this has all of the actual assets in it. And we need to come back in here and make sure we thumbs up some of these. Because this is stuff we're going to Yeah, there we go. So this is what we're running from kind of here on up. So this is what everything's based on. We're obviously running Battletech Extended. We're running for colorful combatants. This is going to kind of randomize pirates and mercenaries and give them bright, crazy colors as they run around, as they would have probably, right? At least in this setting. In real life, they wear black and olive drab just like the rest of us. But it's going to give us hopefully some colorful bad guys to fight. Camera Unchained is going to cut down on a lot of the, what's the word I'm looking for? The camera being grabbed and taken away from you and not giving you any control. What happens in Battletech is when something they think needs focus, it grabs the camera away from you and it completely takes the camera away from you. It sometimes does weird moves to get there, and it actually really cuts down on being able to tell where you are and what's going on, because it grabs it and focuses it in. You can't see stuff in context for what's going on. So we're going to run this. It has some stuff whitelisted, so there are a couple of camera grabs that are still there, but for the most part it looks pretty good. Commander Portrait Loader we have just so we can use Waifu Warfare, and that's going to give us a bunch of, and I thought I had them saved, but maybe I drug them somewhere else. Here they are. It's going to give us a bunch of anime types of pictures here. There are only about 4 guys in here, or ones that can easily be used as guys. For instance, this one right here could obviously be whoever we want. And so we're not quite going full Night Witch. If we start with some male pilots early, we'll keep them, and I will get them pictures from in here. We've got this one, we've got this one, we've got this one. There's a couple others in here. I want to say there's 4. So that's 3 of them. So there's a 4th one in there somewhere that can be used as a male. But now this would have been a great one to use for a Night Witch, is because here we got a little red star. We do have a bunch of kind of Soviet-inspired, types of portraits here that would be spectacular that we could use. And we're not going to shy away from those. We are not going to be running anybody with animal ears, so there will be no cat girls, there will be no bunny girls. We are going to stick to the more military-esque. We probably won't run anybody with a maid frill and the headset, which is a cool, story type of thing. If we were some undercover thing and she was, hiding out somewhere. But no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with the more military-themed stuff. And in fact, our commander is going to be, let's see if I can find her really fast, is one of the more vague ones. I think we've already gone past her. Yeah. Probably doesn't matter that much if we find her right now, because we have to find her game. You'll see her when we get her in game. But so we did Commander Portrait Loader to get that, and then we're going to use the Battletech Save Editor to go back, because this is only going to let us change the pictures of us, right? It's only going to put the pictures in when we initially make our character. And then we use the Battletech Save Editor to go in and change the portraits of all the rest of our pilots, because I'll have to manually go in and do that. We'll save the game, we'll get out, I'll have to run the Battletech Save Editor, we'll go and we'll change the picture of the people. And I think that's how we'll do that. That should get us where we want to go, and we could use any small PNG portrait that we wanted for our pilot. So pretty easy. So that's what we're going to do. Those are the mod list. Let's go ahead and get into the game itself, since I've been talking for a couple minutes here, and we're going to start a new career. One thing, if you do decide to use this mod in the game, the Battletech Extended, it does come with mod tech included. You essentially go in, create a mod directory, and I will show you where that is, probably. Where is Steam? No, I want Steam. Quit popping back. Manage, browse local files. So if you go to where you installed the game, you'll see here mine happens to be on my SSD, Steam Library, Steam Apps, come in Battletech. There's a mods directory here. This directory may not exist when you first install the game, so you might need to create it. And then what you do is you're going to take your Battletech Extended. This works differently if you are trying to use the new-ish mod system that they built in to Battletech, go ahead and check their website for directions on that. This one does not install that way. This one installs kind of the classic way. So we create a mods directory. We dump all of the stuff from the directory in there. You have to make sure to install the cab, which is essentially a one-click thing. It's an executable. You download, you click it, you tell it where this directory is, and it will automatically install the entire community asset bundle in here. And then essentially, you take your zip file from, I think it's a zip file still from Battletech Extended, and you unzip it into this directory .ol, which is going to get you all this stuff. Then what you need to make sure you do is there's a modtech directory here. Run down here, double-click the modtech injector.execute. That's going to set everything up for you. Then when you come in the game, you will see all of your stuff listed. And in fact, even with the new system now, because it also uses modtech just in a slightly different location, slightly different style of doing things, you can see that it does show us all the stuff that we installed here. So you will be able to see those things and click and unclick them as you go once you get in, which is pretty cool. So now we're going to start a new career. I thought it, maybe another click because we weren't. Oh, I have to click new. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. It's still early in the morning. Still working on my breakfast. We're not going to change a lot of this. I am going to leave the mechs equipped. You know what? If we salvage them on the field and they had crap that hadn't blown up still on them, then there's crap still on them, as far as I'm concerned. We're not attempting to make this super hard. We're just attempting to have fun and play our way through. I'm going to leave it at 4 for normal, for mechs assembly. I think it's 3 is the default within the base game, but we'll knock it up a little bit just to make it, you know, maybe a little slower, essentially. That's all it's really going to do. It's not going to make it harder. It's just going to make it slower. That is my problem with a lot of the difficulty sliders within this and Rogue Tech and many of the aftermarket ones is they equate making the game really a slow slog with making it difficult. And the only way to make it difficult is to make the AI better, as far as I'm concerned, or give you a lot less money. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean you're a better player. It just means you were a more patient player or you took fewer risks, one of the two. But it doesn't mean you're tactically better. So, and the rest of the game really is just not particularly challenging. So we're going to go 4. We're going to go overall difficulty normal 4, strength for all of this. We're going to put our Mech Warrior progression at normal as well. For me, the best thing about games is progression. Seeing your characters change, seeing your lance change, seeing all that change. And when you take that away, you take away most of the fun for me. I love playing games where you level up, but as soon as you get to a point where your character only levels up once a month, I no longer have fun. So we're going to leave that on. We're going to leave lethality off because I have found that in past playthroughs that when pilots eject safely, oftentimes it gives them a wound while they've ejected, and that will kill them. So you get them out, they eject safely, and then somehow they're dead when you come back. Now, there's a lot of ways you'd say that. You'd say that they were injured in the ejection, that they were shot, stepped on, killed by another mech. Elsewhere, there's a lot of good story ways to do that if you wanted to, but we're going to leave it off. And mech destruction, this just means if you get CT'd, you don't get that mech back. But you know what? If I can CT another mech and drag it off the field as part of salvage, I should be able to drag my own mech off, right? That's my opinion. So, like I say, we're not out to try to make this really difficult. Starting planet, I don't know really where we want to start. Let's go ahead quickly. And check here. Let's check our achievements because we haven't unlocked all of the loyalty stuff. So let me drag. I think they're at the very bottom of the list. So we've never been loyal to we haven't unlocked loyalty to the periphery. We haven't done Merrick, Kurita, or Lao. You know what? Let's stick with Lao, right? We more or less did with our knight. Well, we ended up, yeah. Let's stick with Lao. We'll do that. So let's go ahead and make sure that we are in their space. And we'll, come on, let me actually get to where I want to get to. I don't know why it keeps, Steam has real issues with what has focus. Like if you're here and you're trying to go there, it keeps trying to send you back to where you are instead of letting you choose. So we're going to go now. And we'll go ahead and we'll say start game. And we're going to get a random set of 4 mechs. And we're obviously going to get random pilots. Those pilots will have quirks. The mechs will have quirks. It's all very, very cool, to be honest. Harry did an amazing job with this. He really did. It's a great game. Hare Brained Schemes did a great job. And then Harry did a great job with the additional stuff. I can still happily play vanilla still. I don't need any of the mods to have a good time in this game. But as long as we have them, let's go ahead and add something. So,
Yes, Commander.
let's go ahead. We're going to generate all the portraits here. It's got a load from that big directory of stuff that we copied in that you saw earlier. That's one of the bigger loads here. I did get in the game, make sure that everything worked, at least initially, to start the game and get into it. As well as to give the game time to load all the assets and stuff that we need, that it needs to load the first time you play. Hey, and it actually gave us a random one. That's not the one we're going to use, but that's pretty cool. Now we just have to scroll down and see if I can find the one I want. It's not the most outrageous of the ones in here. It's actually pretty. It's one of the vaguer ones, well, the less detailed ones. We'll see. So this is one of the guys we could use right there. No cat girls. There's another good one if we go kind of Night Witch style, right? And another Night Witch style. Oh, are they in a different order than they were in? I think she's like number 3 or 4 in there initially, so it's not necessarily putting them in the same order, which might make finding the one I want a little bit more difficult. Yeah, because that one's in like the second row. That would be a good commander one too. It's not the one I was thinking of, but that would be a good commander one. I like that one. Okay. An unhappy accordion player. Fair enough. Fair enough. There we go, close to the bottom. This is the one we're going with. This disgusted look on her face with a cigarette, that looks like a commander to me. So that's what we're going with. That kind of, really? You idiots did what? That's it. So, Pro, yeah, I think we stick with Pro, that's fine.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, we got a bunch of Pro.
Commander. Commander.
I'm not British.
Commander. Yes, Commander. Standing by.
Standing by. Now,
Receiving you.
we'll go with this one. Angelo wants something, so uno momento, por favor. All right, we're back. I'm not sure I know how to say that. Khadij, maybe? Khadij Giles? That's not too bad. Torpedo? Let's randomize that a couple times. Strix, Sentry, Sting, Deckhand, Tempo, Legend. No, because then we might run into the Legend Killer and we'd be in trouble. Splinter, Icebox, Bugbear, I like that one. Watson. We'd have to have a Sherlock in there somewhere. Morningstar. We're going Morningstar. I actually... I don't know if I have a picture of her somewhere. Let me see. There'll be some editing here. All right, there we go. This is me. This is my dad. And this is my horse, Morningstar. Now, as it turns out, we moved to Montana in the winter. And we lived at the bottom of a steep hill in the Badlands, near the Tongue River. And you come down over the main road over the hill, and then just at the very bottom of the hill, or just before the bottom of the hill, you hang a right onto a little road that had no sign. The sign had been hit by somebody in the winter and knocked down. And then you hang a left on the street we lived on, which was Broken Bow Lane. Well, that little connecting street turned out to be called Morningstar. We didn't know that when we named the horse. She's a little Indian pony. She's a non-spotted Appaloosa. You can't see the spots here. As the summer goes on, you can see this is clearly, she's still got a winter coat on her here. As the weather warms up, her coat gets a little lighter, and you'll see the spots, but she doesn't have kind of the white rump, you know, with big obvious spots there. So non-spotted Appaloosa. So we gave her a good name, and so she is Morningstar, and her colt was, when we had her bred, was named Misty Morn, actually. But this is Morningstar. So I like the idea of us having the nickname of the call sign of Morningstar. That works really well for my own personal history. And so we're going to do that. So we're going to save that. So we're Khadij Giles Morningstar. So that is pretty cool. We're going to go with... Yeah, we'll go Capellan.
Waiting for orders.
Family went bankrupt? I think we're not even looking at what these do. These affect these stats over here. I think we need a good story, right? We don't want to be exiled because we want to continue to work on them. Maybe our family died in an accident when we were young and we were raised in like a state orphanage, so we've been properly indoctrinated, right? I think that works out well. 16th birthday. Okay, I'm still fine with that. And then we went off to be a mercenary, right? That's clearly what we did. We're a mercenary now, so that's what we went to do. So we are an inner sphere mercenary. And you can see here, this is going to get us piloting, guts, and tactics. And we already picked our starting location. So, yeah, we're a good, that's a pretty reasonable start for the leader, right? We may not be the best shot, but tactically we're decent, we're brave, and we're not a bad pilot. We're not a bad mech jockey in and of our own right. So we're going to jump into that. I think that works pretty well. We're not really going on a huge role play story for this one, but, if you can give it a little background and a little depth, so much the better. All right, you have everything an industrious mech commander could want. Crew of talented misfits, a lance of ancient battle mechs, and a derelict cargo ship to call home. It's one thing to finish a mission in one piece, more or less, but it's another to keep your mech warriors happy and healthy, your mechs patched up and ready for action, and your balance sheet firmly in the black. As the rumors of another war of secession intensify, the Mercenary Review Board announces new evaluation protocols to assess the mercenary companies of the periphery with a score. All right, we're going to hit right here because we've got one more choice to make in the creation of our game here. So we're going to hit play. We should click one day over, and now we're going to select a timeline. Now we can start at the vanilla date there in 3025. We can go the War of 3039. We are going to pick Clan Invasion. Harder in-game, yes, but we're going to start right at 3049 in the Clan Invasion. We can play a little later if we like. We'd like to play after the Battle of Tukiyid when the Clanner scum got their butt kicked and we're reminded who was clearly ascendant in the galaxy, or who's not ready to go away quite yet anyway. We'll leave it at that. So we're going to pick that. We're going to go Clan Invasion. I looked for some mods that were just strictly play as the clans and didn't really see much. So this is what we're running with. It was August 3049 when communications with outlying regions of the inner sphere first started mysteriously being cut. I think I would have phrased that a little bit different, but Harry's English, they're not really good with English. You'd think they would, but, the Brits, English, loose relationship at best. What we knew was limited. An extremely advanced and previously unknown enemy with futuristic weapons was cleaning up garrisons and even small realms wholesale. I'll let it scroll a little farther while I have some more of my breakfast here. What we know now that we didn't know then was that the clans had arrived, and with them, mech combat was to be forever changed. I do like the way he phrased it. A little more complicated than it needs to be, but I like the little turn of phrase there. Until the inner sphere adapted to this deadly new threat, their losses would be enormous. I guess that's that. All right. So we picked 3049. All of that stuff is right here again. Yep, nothing else after. This is no lasting consequences, meaning it doesn't affect our start per se is all that it means. But in this case, kind of lasting consequences for the galaxy at large. Hey, Commander, the talk on the MercNet is some hot new mechs and weapon systems fell off a cargo ship and are available to folks with the right connections. Well, I've got the connection. So give the word and a free crate of random new goodies will magically appear in our cargo hold. Or we could travel the straight and narrow, buying them in stores and salvaging them from Battlefield like normal. What do you say? We're going to take it. This is part of the Heavy Metal DLC. Gives you this option, so we're going to take the crate. And we'll find out what we get. We get an assassin, okay, LB20X, LB2X, and some ammo for both. I don't think we're going to have anything to put this on for a while, but it's still pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that, and I don't mind an assassin either. Let's go hit continue. It's good against lighter units. It's downing jump capability in addition to ground speed and flexible weapons package. Poor armor for its tonnage, however, so it's best hit and run. That's okay, because we're going to be playing against lights anyway, so nothing really has a lot of armor, at least initially. So let's take a look at our mech base, see what we've got. We've got a cicada. Okay. It's still a medium, so, it's something. We've got 2 medium lasers and a flamer. We'll have to change that. That's a pretty poor loadout for the Cicada, if you ask me. We do have a fire starter, however, though. We're going to refit this one as well. This sucker's going to get some more medium lasers, probably, although it's possible we'll run it as a melee mech and take advantage of the flamers and the machine guns. That's not a terrible idea. We may start with it like that, and if we change our mind, we can go to like a 4 medium laser build or something like that. We got ourselves a little Irby, small laser, medium laser, PPC. Okay, so he's going to be a little bit slow, but he'll hit okay. We've got a Wasp, which is a great looking mech. We'll leave it at that. But they're not terrible. We've got an SRM2 and a medium laser, so a little bit underwhelming with the firepower, and a Wasp 1L, so 2 Wasps. SRM4, and that's it. So these are literally your annoyances, right? So oddly enough, the Irby is our big hitter. That's our melee mech. And then the rest of these are just kind of some speed. We don't have a lot of DPS amongst these 3, but we do have an assassin as well. Medium laser, LRM5, SRM2. You know what? We will probably change out that LRM5 for another SRM. And that should help a little bit. But we'll do that a little bit later. We'll run everything more or less stock as we go. One thing I do need to do, and I'd forgotten about, let's go Captain's Quarters, Customize Company. Let's take a look at that. Let's see if my mod loaded. I'm not 100% sure that it did. I didn't think to check that. It did. So we are going to, we're going to stick with the Bomber Baron logo. I do have three sets of mods up on Nexus Mods. This one is essentially all custom my stuff. Well, this clearly isn't, but it's my version of it anyway. I didn't copy and paste it from anybody. You got to have a little F-bomb in there every once in a while as well. But we're going to go with this. And color-wise, you know what? I don't know. Do we go kind of more standard military-ish? Do we have a good beige, a good brown to go with our green there? Leave black as our last color. Let's see. Yeah, we're going with that for now. We may change it. The bad guys are going to be bright colors, but we're going to be okay. So we'll see how that looks. It's one of my more recent ones. It's harder to see here. It looks better as a larger graphic, but we got a little rotary engine in there. Anyway, the other one has some Warhammer stuff in it, and the last one has a bunch of the National Reconnaissance NRSO. Anyway, it's actual legitimate rocket launch mission patches, which are really cool. I was involved in a couple of launches when I was a satellite controller, when we had new satellites that were launched, and I have a friend that works with them at the moment as well. And they launched reasonably close down at Vandenberg Air Force Base, which is a pretty short drive for me. And they have some of the most spectacular whoever designs their patches is absolutely amazing. You should definitely go check those out. And again, if we take a second, give me a second, and I'll see if I can find what they look like. And here is a quick preview of them. They are reversed because that is how you need to save them for to get them to work in the game. But this is kind of not all of them. I don't know if I have all of them on here or not. I don't know that I've updated this since I've added them. But this gives you an idea of some of what their mission patches look like. Yeah, they're pretty badass. NROL, National Reconnaissance something. I don't remember what the OL stands for anymore. But anyway, gives you an idea of some of the stuff that you can find in there. Let's get back into Battletech. None of that artwork's mine. However, none of it's copyrightable either because it was done by a government employee on government time. So you can use them for other things like this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save there. We're good. Let's go ahead and check our pilots. We are going to change pictures, obviously. I already said that at one point, and you see our little logos are going to show up around the ship. So there we are, Morningstar. Greasy, okay. Jessica Lloyd. She's got a piloting of 3 and everything else is 2. Frankly, we got pretty hosed on our pilots. In fact, the only decent one is Oscar. Everybody else is 1-3 and all 2s, which is really bad. However, they are separate, so they do all have a personality. Hers happens to be piloting. Let's check her service record. She's brave, she's from the periphery, and she's Taurian. Okay, nothing spectacular there. Now these are going to give us some special attributes. So her panic resistance, we are playing with a panic mod built into Extended. So she's going to be a little bit better at that. She's not going to panic and punch out quite as early. Oscar, who is our one good one, with 3 3s. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. He's athletic. What's that do for us? Less fatigue. They are going to generate fatigue, so we are going to need a fair number of pilots so we can keep things turning over. He's also noble. Mood changes based on funding, so as long as we pay well, he will be happy. If we don't, if we run into some cash problems, he's going to be a pain in the butt. He's a leaguer. He's born in Free Worlds League and Inner Sphere, so those don't actually affect anything. And you can see down here we get a little bit more flavor about those. Let's take a look at Stinky here. We have Greasy, Stinky, and Turbo. Oh, right. Perfect. Great. Good job, guys. He likes gunnery. And you can see he's athletic. Once again, less fatigue. Regan and periphery. So we didn't get a whole lot of quirks in here. And we've got Turbo here. And she is good with guts. She's brave and honest. Brave and honest. All right. Well, of course, you know, she's Capellan. We're all brave and honest, upstanding citizens of the highest regard. Clearly, that's just the way it is, right? You know, she was a servitor. She wasn't, couldn't meet the requirements of civic servant. Because really all she's got going for is that she's brave and honest. And really, to be honest, civil service does not require honesty no matter what government you're in. For those who fail a life as servitor is the barest step above chattel slavery. But luckily for her, the next step up from that is mech warrior. So we have our honest and brave Turbo. So I will change some artwork in this in just a second. And I think that, well, maybe right now, is that all we need to really look at the moment? Let's look to see where we are.
Commander.
Let's find out where we are, and you can see our logo follows us around. Let's check the map. Yeah, continue. And there we are. All right. So challenge-wise, half a star here. We've got a couple of available factions. So we've got that. We can escape out. So if we were to go to the command center,
Hey, Commander, pull up a chair.
Get a quick overview of the contracts. I'm going to go change the pictures before we dig deep into this. Dug in deep. Okay, well, we've got a couple of half-star ones that require that we work for the... We've got one half-star one that requires we work for the pirates. Everything else is more difficult, which is going to make life a little bit more difficult for us. Do we have one where we get to train somebody, maybe? That's always nice. Okay. We'll check some of this out. And we will be back in a couple minutes as soon as I change out some character portraits. Let's go ahead and make sure we get a good save. And this is initial start. There we go. Be right back. All right, welcome back. As you can see, everybody has pictures. Now, you do need to back all the way out of Battletech. I tried just going to the, what's the word I'm looking for? Just to the main menu, making my changes and coming back in. But when you try to reload it, it told you couldn't load. You have to back all the way out, and then you can load your save. Now, let me show you kind of how we did this. Let's start here. Drag this over here. So I happen to have saved my Battletech Save Editor right here, which is on the same hard drive that I have the game in. So you come here and you go ahead and eventually at some point maybe it's going to bring it up here. You're going to load. You're going to find your Steam save, which is not easy to find. Wherever your primary Steam is, and mine doesn't happen to be on this drive. I happen to have the game on the G drive, but my base Steam install happens to be on the D. Yours is probably on the C, but if not, you know, go to wherever it is, and you can see it's under Steam. We can, yeah, oops. Steam, user data. This number is your user ID. This number is the number of the directory. It's the same for all of us. Remote, C, this is probably C0, but it could be C, whatever else. Odds are you only have one option. And then SGS1. So this is where Battletech saves go specifically. So this must be their game ID number, I guess. And you can see here, you can just sort them by date. So you click the one you want to do, you open it, it's going to bring it up. In this case, we want to go to Pilot Editor. You can see we selected custom portrait, and then you just type the name of the portrait. Anything that happens to be in that commander's portraits directory that we created earlier should be there. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to exit out of this without making any changes. Let me make sure I show you where those go. So let's go Steam Apps, Common, Battletech, Mods. Now we copied all of those directories from the Waifu Warfare into Commander Portrait Loader. Now, initially this had a number of other portraits in it that we deleted because I didn't want them. Although it is a good mod and does have some great other portraits, they just didn't fit the theme of what we were looking for. So any name in here, it will automatically pull from because of the way the mod loads its pictures, right? So it makes everything available. So there we go. That's that. We are in. So, whoops, and once again, Battletech and Steam wanna fight over it. So, yeah, everybody's got a picture.
Commander?
Greasy,
Commander.
Oscar,
What's the plan?
Stinky,
Standing
and
by.
Turbo. I will say one of the problems with this mod is because the Japanese tend to draw everybody with the same skin tone regardless of kind of race, which is admirable in a way. It's very race blind within kind of anime artwork. It does mean that slightly darker complected characters are few and far between on there, although I might go back in and just Photoshop a few to make a few people a little bit more diverse or inclusive for this. Anyway, it is what it is. But we got Casey Daniels Turbo in there as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the contracts, and we will drop. We'll do at least one mission today here. Dug in deep. We got a few of those. Payroll seizure, mopping up. Let's take this one. Well, this one is 155 but gives you 3 salvage. I was going to say let's take it on the basis that it pays less so it's easier. But now I don't have a problem working for pirates, but we're not going to work for pirates in our own home space, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's planetary government. We can work for the planetary government. Friend of our organization. No, we're not taking that one. That one's pretty directly against us. Wounded, been trapped behind enemy lines, reinforced vehicles. Now it doesn't tell us who they're fighting. Oh, Capellan Resistance. Yeah. Sorry, local government. We're going to do this one. Recent skirmish, surviving units of a pirate lance. There we go. So we're fighting actively against pirates. So maybe we'll see our pirate colorful lance thing pop up. We're in the jungle. Let's go ahead and hit negotiate. We can kind of knock these up one way or the other. Only getting one, and then, let's go here. We're only going to get one regardless, unless we go up to here. So let's just go with this. So we're unlikely to get any mechs that we care about at this point, but you never know. We'll take the money. Let's go ahead, and local pirate organization's not going to be happy with us. Good enough. All right. What are we going to take? So, realistically, this is our big hitter. Let's go ahead. We'll put this down here, and we will put our best gunnery pilot, which I believe is, well, Oscar or Stinky. Let's go ahead and put Stinky in that one. Oscar is our best pilot at the moment, short, other than us. He's got better gunnery, but I have better guts. So I'll take this one. And then Turbo's got good guts too. Greasy's got good piloting. Let's put Greasy in the Cicada. We'll take an assassin, and we'll put Oscar in that one. Now, we really got hosed with our initial pilot stats. We really did. And let's deploy, and we'll do a mission for this episode. All right, a partial lance of damaged mechs doesn't sound too bad, Commander. If we're able to bring them down mostly intact. I missed the T there. This could mean excellent salvage, except we're not getting much, so it doesn't really matter.
Command interface
Last known position, enemy Lance Commander. All right. I have to remember how to play this game
Okay,
again.
y'all. Stay frosty.
All right, so we've got some enemy units up there that we know about. I'm going to go ahead and am I going to start that way? Let's sprint into the trees here. All right, we got some blips. I think we sprint everybody into the trees here.
On my way.
Well, except for the urban, which doesn't sprint. Oh, well. Oh, well.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, let's wait. We might be able to get somebody else. I'm going to jump just to get us a little closer. We get a little bit more... Gives us some view, but obstructed? I'm going to go here. We're not really looking to shoot at this point, although we do have a couple medium lasers. We could. We're looking to get close in on melee. Oh, it's Centurion with half armor. Okay.
Locked on.
He is no pushover. I don't know if we did damage there or not. Yeah, we hit him in the arm. Okay. Okay. Next. The cicada.
Awaiting.
Oh, there we go. It's like, why can I not do anything? Do we leave him? He can get a shot here. Get him in the trees. And then we'll take another pot shot here. It is just a pot shot.
Confirmed.
But we hit.
That hit something.
AC-10 ammo destroyed. Nice. Did that take out his AC-10? No, he's still got more ammo somewhere else. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
The assassin is probably... Again, we're going to jump to get us... So we can get LRMs on him. We got that Centurion and the Wolverine is a tough nut to crack. All right, well, we'll go to here. We'll shoot with what we've got. LRMs have the best chance. Okay, stripped a little bit of armor off. Not too bad. That's fine. That's fine. This is not an easy fight, guys.
Awaiting orders.
Cicada. We can get... Let's see, what does that do for us? 49 and 49. If we go to here, we're a little bit closer, but we're obstructed. So this is... Although we could go here... 12. Okay. We'll go there, because he hasn't moved yet, I think, is the idea. Get a couple medium lasers on him. You know, if we could take off that arm, that would be nice. Alright, he hides. Ooh, that's a lot of damage to our fire starter. Nimble jumper. Spider? Spider. Alright.
That shot got past my armor.
Alright. Can I get to there? No. Can I jump again? What is our heat? Our heat's fine. I'm going to jump to... Yeah, I'm going to jump to here.
Jumping.
And then we're just going to unload on the Centurion. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Alright. So he is on fire. And I don't know what the fire stuff we... Oh, left torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed. That was a big hit.
I'm losing weapon systems.
We're panicked. We might leave at any moment now. Can we get to a spot where we have a better shot at that guy?
Yes, Commander. Missed.
Stray shot, but we did hit the Wolverine with it. So that is something. This could go badly. Like I say, this is not an ideal start for us.
Yes, Commander.
Jump in here. Wolverine. Let's see if we can finish off this Centurion. Please take away that AC-10.
I'll tell you what, we'd better check my targeting system.
Yeah, we better check the pilot. Because I don't think we did crap.
Standing by.
You know what? We're going to move up. Cicada. It'd be nice if we get a little bit closer. 34, 49. Guess we'll go for the Wolverine.
Target confirmed.
He's the bigger threat. We at least hit him.
Go time.
Was he injured at all? Yeah, he is.
Commander.
All right. We lost a lot here, but we're still gonna stick with it.
On my way.
Yep.
Engaging with target.
Just didn't do much, you know, but he's almost out of armor, but we just haven't been able to finish him. Let's see. So in theory, you know, we'll just take the unobstructed shot. We'll just take it. 56%. Hit it. Good.
I'm being
Battlemech down.
Well, at least it's us, because we can't die. But that's not
Ready
good.
for orders.
That is our best mech. See if we go... do something like that.
Okay, I'm on it.
Should be okay.
Critical hit, Commander.
Man, this is a tough fight. This is a tough fight. And he's going to hide back up there in the spores, so that's not going to help us much. Let's run the cicada up. We'll see if we can... There's a chance we can get both of them. No, we're just going to get horrible shots there. So we'll go here. We'll take the 50-50 on the Wolverine.
We'll go.
A little bit out for the Flamer.
Yes, Commander.
He can jump, yeah? Yeah, there we go. Let's hop and do an unobstructed shot into the spores, though. The odds of this happening are almost non-existent. Yeah, we're just gonna shoot. Yeah, that's about as expected.
Missed.
Spider's running around back there, maybe?
Yes, Commander.
What if we go to here? Unobstructed. LRMs are still pretty poor. Medium laser's not too bad. If we go to here... We'll do this. We're not going to get much out of the LRMs,
Aye,
but
aye.
if we can... we just can't break through the back. He's stressed. Oh, that was a big hit. That was a big hit. Wolverine also have an AC-10? I didn't think... Yeah, of course.
Yes, Commander.
Of course. That's how it goes, right? Just trying to finish this dude off.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Well, we took his shield arm off. But he's still got an AC-10. Man, we're not getting the rolls, guys. Spider's still hanging out back there. That's not terrible. You know what? We might actually be able to take care of this spider right here. It's not a great shot. But if we would have hit with the PPC, he would have been in trouble.
Good to go.
We'll just keep the pressure up on this guy.
Location confirmed.
Stay in his back.
Fire at all weapons.
Right torso, right arm. All right, so he's at least lost the AC-10
Score a
now.
critical hit.
He's panicked. Maybe one more shot we can finish him. Oh, AC-10 missed.
Armor blow through. Internal.
Commander.
But not everything missed.
Affirmative.
Well, something missed. It might not have been the AC-10, I guess, now.
Firing all weapons.
Evasion on fire. He's injured. Is he going to bail?
Target's taking a critical.
He ejects. All right. All right. He's out. Good. Ouch! 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 We both lost a pilot, but we have an assassin knocked down and injured.
Hit! Ah,
Spider's out in the open.
As you wish.
Not great shots at it. And we missed with everything. Absolutely. We should have hit with one.
It's a miss.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Aye, aye.
There we go. Let's see if we can get some shots on this dude. We're on the side where the leg was damaged, but no. No.
Reporting critical hit.
I mean, everything hit, but we're up against, like, stout, tanky medium mechs.
Ooh.
I mean, realistically, a Wolverine and a Centurion are about two of the worst mechs we could possibly fight early on. And we've got both of them. The Spider, not as worried about. But the rest of this is not good. But we can jump, and we'll do so. LRM, we may actually... If I go to here, what does that do? Let's see if I can just get a 8%. 8. Let's move in. We're not going to get much off the LRMs.
lumpy. I got it.
It's just not good.
Hey, watch the flank. Watch the flank.
Spider hits with everything. In the center of the back.
I'm taking
We lost a mech.
Panicked and out.
Awaiting orders.
We're probably going to lose this. Probably going to lose.
Firing.
Unless we get significantly more lucky on our hits at this point. Oh, 70 CT damage.
Armor breach. Internal damage. On the move.
Come on, hit with everything.
Roger that.
Not so much.
Damn it, I wounded. Crap. Got a weapon system down. Reporting. The target is confirmed.
Oh, head hit! Head hit! Yes! Yes, Stinky!
eliminated.
You are my
Awaiting
hero!
orders.
You know what, we're just going to, we're gonna melee attack you.
Move order confirmed.
25 damage.
Attempting physical attack.
And the flamer.
I'm being flanked.
Ah, that's not good, that's not good.
They're blowing through my arm.
Yeah, I saw that, I saw that. Elevation? Elevation is sometimes really good.
Have no doubt it will be done. Yes, Commander.
Ah, yes, there we go. Nice.
Yes, Commander. Confirmed.
So, because he's down, we can pick our shot. If we were to melee attack, we would not, and our melee attack and our medium laser do the same amount. Flamer's gonna come in on both of them. I'm just gonna go CT.
Firing on target.
Crit the medium laser,
Order
but
critical hit.
otherwise just stressed him.
Awaiting
However,
orders.
we are just going to, we're just gonna do the same thing here.
Locking on target.
There we go. Successful, kind of.
one.
Maybe.
less turn.
Wow, that was a difficult first mission. Now remember, Harry specifically said he moved the difficulty to the back end of this one, but we had no option except for stuff that was clearly more difficult than what we needed to do. Morale was steady. Yeah, I mean, we lived. Nobody's dead, but we do have a lot of injuries. I'm out for 95. Oscar's out for 46. Greasy's out for 23. And we're going to have some repairs. And Irby did it all. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Salvage-wise, we could take part of a mech. I'm wondering if we're not better off taking a medium laser right now, because we're going to need it. Let's see, value 60,000. We might, we probably should just take a Wolverine part. Yeah, I mean, even if we sell it, and I think we can, we probably are going to need the money. And in fact, I think that's probably what we do right away. I think we just sell it right now. We could also sell a Wasp. We do have 2 of them, but that does mean we've got additional mechs. So we can, in theory, if we can find a half-skull mission somewhere that we're willing to take, we might be okay. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm going to look at hiring hall. No, that's Memorial Wall. Let's go to the mech bay first.
Welcome to the grease pit, Commander.
How bad's the assassin? Pretty bad. Replace. Oh, intercept system. I forgot about this. So it ignores 3 evasive against lights. So we should have sent him off after the spider. So we're missing SRM ammo and an SRM2. None of which we have. And some jump jets. I say we go without the jump jets. Let's go ahead and do... Let's go 4 jump jets. Let's go check the store. We're going to want... Do I want another SR? I think I'm going to... Let's see. Does the quirk matter if we're using LRMs? Doesn't seem to matter. I mean, we could do 2 LRM5s, or we could just do a couple SRMs. Do we have ammo? Yes, but not what we need. All right, let's check the store. Let's get ourselves ammo. Oh, no, let's go weapons. Missiles. See if we got some cheap SRM. Well, we've got a couple of SRMs. They're not cheap ones. I'm wondering if we just do 2 SRM2s in the medium laser rather than the LRM5. And we just use them to hunt lights.
New weapon systems available.
And now we want ammo. We don't have a lot of money to play with. We should be able to get some SRM ammo.
New equipment available.
All right. So I'm going to take off this, and we're going to go SRM, SRM. There we go. We could put more on here, actually. If we had more. But that was it, right? That was all that we had for SRMs there. Weapons, missiles. Yeah, that was it. So we don't... Well, they have a... But that would require Artemis ammo, right? That'd be a lot of tonnage, too. However, we could just do 1 SRM6. So if we do that... I'm not sure there's ammo for it. We might be planning for the future here. I don't know if that takes special... I don't remember if this one, if we have to have Artemis ammo, or if it takes whatever. Let's find out. Short range... Let's see what happens if we take this out, and we put this in. At the moment, it says we don't have ammo. Do we have ammo in there? No, we don't. So let's go ahead, and we'll put some ammo in. That cleared it, so we're okay with that. You know, I'm going to put it in the head. I think the head's the least likely to get hit. So we've got an SRM6 and a medium laser. And then I think we've got some extra tonnage here, so we can boost. Let's try to get a little bit of armor on here. I might take the laser off. I mean, that's an extra ton and an arm we don't care about. And we can go... we have a max armor? Let's try max armor, see where that puts us. Knock these all down to even numbers of 5. Again, we're probably okay with 35 in the arms. Knock that up to 40. 45, 45. I mean, really, at this point, it looks like our worst bit is probably our legs. But we don't have enough. Are we over some? Oh, here we go. We're over a little bit here. I'm going to drop that down to 40. Can I get to 50 now? There we go. So we do something like that. Oh, that's going to be expensive. We might not have enough money to go anywhere.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Cicada. Lost a medium laser. It's okay. We've got another medium laser. We'll throw that in there. Do we have... And that's it. Right? We don't have another one. Oh, we do. I'm going to take out the flamer. We'll go 3 medium lasers. Look how little armor is on this thing. No, we gotta... Ah, these are so horrible. These are so horrible. Gotta have at least 15 there. Arms I don't care about. Wow, these are bad. I'm gonna knock that down to 30, I think. Well, hold on. What if we just do max armor to start with, and then we strip off some off the arms, because we don't care. That goes onto the legs, because we do care. 30's fine there. Wow, that's bad. But I think we go with it. I mean, that's the biggest problem with the Cicada. Isn't really that it doesn't have guns. The biggest problem with the Cicada is it doesn't have any armor. Wow. Yeah, we definitely need some more mechs.
I'll let you know when that's
We
done.
might just sell that. Because honestly, I mean, let's take a look at a Wasp. The Wasp's armor is not much worse. Right? And what we can do here is, I'm going to take away 2 jump jets. That gets us an extra ton of armor that we can throw on here. We do have another SRM2 there that we could take off. Oh, do we do that? No, I think we go with what we have. I was going to say we could take that off and put it on the assassin. But I think just the 6 is fine. 35, 35. Something like... that? Head's not good, but that's okay.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
And what do we want to do with the 1L? It's got an SRM4 in the arm. You know what? This one has actual reasonable armor. I think we just leave it as it is. What we could do is we could get rid of the 4. How much does the 4 weigh? 2 tons. Do these weigh 1 ton? These weigh 1 ton. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this one out. We'll put the slightly worse one there and then that one there. We max out the same, but if we lose an arm here, we've still got some damage. And we could just put the 4 in the torso as well. That's not a terrible idea, but we'll go with these. We just paid for them. We'll continue. We'll go with that. And the fire starter. What are we going to do with the fire starter? And we've got no money left already. Do we take off the medium lasers and strictly use it as a run-in and punch stuff? It's not terrible. We could put some jump jets all over the place. That's not bad. We can get 1 more machine gun, 1 more jump jet in, 1 more flamer in there. Oops, weapons, check store. No, hold on. Didn't we just take a flamer off of something? Yeah, I've got a flamer. We'll go ahead and put it there. I'm going to put the ammo up here. So I need a machine gun. So let's check the store.
New weapon systems available.
Don't have anything special going on there. That's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and put a machine gun in over there. That leaves us a lot of armor that we can put on. So let's go max armor. And that leaves us there. That's not terrible. So if we go here, we could put on maybe some medium lasers back in. Right? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we can do that. And then I'm going to knock a little bit off there, and that gives us the extra ton. So yeah, I think that works fine. We'll check the store. We'll buy a medium laser. Energy. They don't have anything. Heatsink? I guess we could put a couple more small jump jets on it, right?
New equipment available.
And then at some point we can put another medium laser on it. But for now, we'll just let him jump a little bit better. Oh, I had some extras. Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. And I had another heatsink that we could put on as well. So we're more or less max armor. We're there for the melee. We have a medium laser we can shoot on the way in. We're going to confirm that. That's 17 days. Now, clearly we need to find someplace else that we can... I'm going to go ahead and do a quick save. Got our butts kicked. Confirm. And we'll be back next episode to see what happens if we can survive. We've got a little bit of money left. Oh, you know what we can do? We can go to the mech bay storage here and scrap that for C-bills. 96,000. Well, it's not much, but it's something. And we could sell some more of this stuff if we needed to. That LB20X would probably get us a little bit of money there, right? To be honest. But, yeah, it's got a value of 240, so maybe we sell it for 120? I don't know. We'll go with it. We'll be back next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.